What a beautiful morning here in a brand new Minecraft world, but as you can see, this isn't a normal world. This is the world of the Angry Birds. Yep, that's right, we are going to spend 100 days in Minecraft as an Angry Bird. Yep, there he is, that's Red. I'm gonna be Red for most of this thing, and it is going to be a little bit crazy because we have some enemies. And there they are. Those pesky little piggies are the ones who steal from the Angry Birds. This little dude started it all off by going into the daycare and stealing some of the eggs. Next thing, all of his buddies showed up and they stole every single hatchling that the Angry Birds had. And the war had begun. It was now the Angry Birds versus the piggies, and we all had to stop Leonard. Yep, that big piggy is the king. His name is Leonard, and he is the one that took all of the eggs. And my buddy Red just became super angry. That's right, he is one of the angriest birds known to man, and we start off as this crazy little dude. As you can see, he has a little special move that's pretty awesome, but the first thing I did was get into the nursery to see if any of the hatchlings had survived. They didn't, I was sad, but thankfully I got a free hug from that gigantic dude, and then I checked out the daycare. As you can see, we have some space for eggs here. Some golden eggs. Yep, we were going to have to try and find as many golden eggs as we could to try restore faith here in the Angry Bird world. I took a look at the map and got my bearings and also checked out some of these huts. I realized the recurring theme was that we don't like piggies and we must kill them all. So I set off on my very first mission. Check this out. We were in, just like that, the Cobalt Ruins. Alright, so it was day 2 or 3, I can't really remember, but all I knew was I needed some training, so I used some of these dummy piggies and kind of beat them up for a little minute. Anyway, I then realized that I could smash boxes using my kind of stamp power, and then I plucked up the courage to go check out these sleeping little piggies. I knew I was gonna have to fight my way through all of these little losers to be able to save all those hatchlings and find the golden eggs. So I ran in and used my special move mainly. I was able to blow up some TNT to get some extra power and take out more of those piggies. Eventually I found myself a little lever that opened this drawbridge, but before I knew it, I was overrun by these little guys. I do like the fact that when I punch them, they get black eyes. Makes me feel mean. Kind of like a bully. But no, I'm not a bully, I'm a savior. I'm a hero. Anyway, moving on. I found a secret little location that had this kind of temple thing and a trampoline. Okay, Minecraft now has trampolines. Epic. Anyway, I climbed to the top and there it was, our very first golden egg. Ooh, let's go. The animation on this thing is sick, and we had received our first egg. We would be able to hatch these things in the future, so I was getting excited for that, but before I knew it, I was fighting again. Yep, gotta be honest, we are going to do a lot of fighting with these piggies throughout this 100-day adventure. But I'm pretty strong, so it's super fun. Until they send in reinforcements. Yep, pigs can fly. Well, they can come in on parachutes anyway. Yeah, so the reinforcements came in and the battle continued. I had to use my special ability as much as possible because I'm gonna be honest, those guys actually did do some damage. Eventually, I was able to take them out and move on to the next location. I did see a big gap there with some slime and I wasn't really sure how to get across that, but I knew it was going to be important in the future. But I did get my eyes on the second golden egg, so I moved in, took out the 3 piggies that were guarding it, and eventually got it. I had my second egg, feeling good. I decided to kill this dude that was actually just minding his own business and having a great day with a cocktail. Did you see that guy? How chill was he? Okay, anyway, back to the action. I got more piggies and took them out with my special move and of course punching them. But then I realized there were piggies that had little bows and arrows with kind of toilet plunger things. Yeah, they were super annoying. And then this guy showed up. Yep, don't really know what he was saying, nor that I understand him, but he had a lot of reinforcements parachuting in, and he also had a construction hat on. Yeah, I'm fighting a piggy builder right now. It gets very weird around here, guys, but it is super fun, so let's get to it. I used the TNT to smash some of these guys, and eventually it was just me and this boss dude. Bro, he was actually super powerful, and he was headbutting me. He had me down to halfway, but thankfully I was able to kill him. And anyway, we got on to the next part of our mission. Just like the Angry Birds game, we had a slingshot and we were able to fire ourselves straight into these piggies and the TNT. Woohoo! Absolutely epic. This looks insane. We're in Minecraft right now. What is this madness? Oh, you love to see it. Yeah, so I mean, that looked absolutely epic, but before I knew it, I was surrounded by piggies, and this was actually getting pretty dangerous. Thankfully, I jumped straight up, and it was me versus them once more. I was able to use my power move and fight these guys off. I mean, this dude was huge, and he was tossing TNT at me. He had a backpack of TNT also. It was kind of dangerous for him, and it worked against him sometimes, but something to be wary about. Anyway, I was able to use my special move to knock down this drawbridge and continue on into the ruins. Again, I was using TNT to take out more piggies, but I was taking a little bit of damage and had to be more careful. These big guys packed a punch, but thankfully, his friend that was tossing the TNT, yeah, he kind of killed him there. Anyway, I found more levers, which unlocked more drawbridges, but then unlocked more little piggies. It was a constant battle, but we had to just keep on going and finding what we could along the way. All these secret locations are tough to find, and as you can just see, kind of dangerous. That bridge just completely broke and I fell, but thankfully I take no fall damage, because I'm a bird. Anyway, I decided to head back home to the daycare before I finished that mission completely because I was too excited about these golden eggs. As you can see, when I put them into their little nests in the nursery, they begin to incubate, and then I can go ahead and hatch these little things. That's right, I'm about to become a father. Anyway, the first little dude came out, and he was purple, and I'm calling him a he, but it's probably a she, I don't know, but it's super cute. Look at this little dude. You feed them apples, and then they become your little friend. It's so cute, dude. Look how cute this thing is. I got another purple one, but then on the third and final one, I got myself a pretty little pink. Dude, these guys are so cute. I'm a dad, look at me. How could I be so angry and so happy at the same time? Anyway, I messed around with the kids for a bit and then got back to the location that I had just fallen through. I realized I couldn't jump that thing with the yellow slime, and I was going to need a different bird if I was going to be able to jump across those things. So I just continued on. Eventually I found this little ice cavern, and I've got to be honest, it was insanely dangerous. See these little frozen piggies? Yeah, they're insane. They're able to hit you with these ice shards, and they do a lot of damage. If you get stuck inside one of these shards, you are going to be in trouble. But thankfully, I'm an epic gamer, and I was able to kill those guys. Moving on, I killed some more of these little piggies and just kept on going through this huge landscape of these ruins. I mean, this place is absolutely gigantic. Oh man, but then we got introduced to these new little flying piggies. Yep, that's right, pigs can actually fly now. Not just parachutes, they have little helicopter helmets. Is that what they're called? I don't know, I think I just made that up. Anyway, we kept on going. Again, we found another little ice cavern. And then, something strange happened. Inside the ice, there he was. My friend Chuck. Oh my days, this is going to be the second character. We had to fight off these little Eskimo piggies to get to Chuck. Chuck is the yellow angry bird, and he has some epic powers. So the fight was on. We had to take out all of these little Eskimos and get up to the location. Finally, we found him. Chuck was captured inside a big block of ice. Dude, that has got to be chilly. Anyway, we got in and were able to take out all three of these insanely powerful ice piggies. I mean, they've got snot coming from their nose that has turned into icicles. These guys are cold. But we had done it. We had unlocked Chuck and got him free of that ice. This guy is crazy. But he is also super fast, and he is going to be able to do the jumps. Now that we had Chuck unlocked, we could transform into him anytime we wanted. Woohoo! Check this dude out. He is so cool. And like I said before, his special move is like a power speed jump. It is absolutely epic. Straight away, I was able to use it to get up to a 4th golden egg. Ooh, this is epic. Oh man, these jumps are so easy now that we are Chuck. But Chuck is not quite as good at fighting as Red. Red is the angriest bird after all, so after a while of fighting as Chuck and getting snot on by this gross little dude, I decided, yeah, he's not the best fighter in the world, so I'll give him the benefit of the doubt for now, but I had to just transform back into Red to finish off these crazy ice piggies. And more reinforcements came in, meaning I had to keep on fighting. These battles were getting harder, they were getting longer, and they were getting more difficult to complete. It was insane, but eventually, again, I got through to the next stage. Ooh, I just got a shiver in real life. It's super chilly. Is this place making you guys feel cold or what? Yeah, it was time to get out of there, so I battled my way out and got back to the normal rune area. It was now time for the next stage. I wasn't really sure how I was going to get across there, but then I realized, yes, there is a gigantic slingshot, and we're going to have to use this thing to our advantage. So we jumped in as my man Chuck and basically got to work taking out all of these little piggies. It was annoying because they were spread out absolutely everywhere and our shots had to be perfect. This time I was able to take out a couple of the balloons, taking out 2 piggies at once. But you see this tower thing? Oh, it was so annoying. It took me forever to get that thing knocked down, and that TNT didn't blow up either. Bro, this went on for ages, but thankfully I was able to just keep on going. Keep on persevering, and I changed back to my man Red, cause, well, he's a little bit angrier and a little bit more accurate. So eventually I shot in over to the new location with Chuck, and the 2 of us were ready to battle again. Yep, that's right, more little piggies, more annoying little flying piggies, and more crazy trampolines. This was insane. We had to climb up this kind of cliff face to try and get to the top. I wasn't really sure what was at the top and what was waiting, but I knew I had to get there. It was super dangerous. Yes, I do not have any fall damage, but I mean, if I fall from the side of this cliff, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna die. Anyway, eventually I got up and realized there was another slingshot, so I was able to use that to take out more of these floating piggies and eventually get to the top platform. But of course, I got distracted because I saw more golden eggs. So I had to get back down, kill more piggies so I could get these golden eggs. I mean, they're too shiny. They're too beautiful to just leave there, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, eventually I got back up, took out all the piggies, and finally I was at the top. Time to find out what awaited. Yep, and like I thought, it was a boss battle. There he was, it was Leonard. He had his crazy little piggy blimp, and there were all the hatchling eggs. He was goading me. He had them right there in front of me, but I couldn't get to them because he sent out 2 of his goons. These guys were huge, and they were also wearing armor, so they were extremely tough. Clank, clank. Yep, it was insane. These guys were going to be super difficult to hurt because my powers weren't that strong. So I came up with a strategy. Basically, I was going to get these guys in front of me and let Leonard do the work. Basically, their boss was doing all the damage. He was trying to throw TNT at me, but I just made sure that these big piggies got in the way and took the damage for me. It was the perfect plan, and it was actually working. But I was able to grind out and take out all of those armored piggies. It was epic. I thought this was the end, but the coward that is Leonard Piggy flew away with all the hatchlings once more. I was stuck on the top of this cliff, and he was getting away. There was nothing that I could do about it. Ugh, super annoying. But that was the first mission complete. We got 3 stars and got 1.2 million points, so I'm pretty sure we absolutely nailed it. Anyway, I got back home because I did have a couple more golden eggs that I wanted to hatch up. So that's what I did, and I decided now that I was going to have 5 little hatchlings, I was going to start naming these little dudes. I called the first one Baby Jack. If you guys are fans of my channel, you know that we used to have a guy Jack, my best friend. He doesn't record with me anymore. Anyway, I called another one Solo because Solo's a genius. He's awesome and he helps me edit my videos. Great job, Solo. And we called one of them Inferno because, I mean, Inferno is the name of my dragon nation, and there's reasons for all of these names, guys, anyway, okay? That's what I wanted to say. Oh yeah, and this guy, Tryon, I think its name is. I don't know. He was the last person to comment in my Discord, so I picked him. Thanks to him. Shout out to the Discord fam. Anyway, these were my 5 little chickies, and it was now time to get on to the second mission. Ooh, check this out. It was day 28, and we were at the Piggy Junkyard. Time to get into some of this crazy action. Alright, so the first thing I did was change back into Chuck so I could make this jump. As you can see, the junkyard was pretty toxic, so I had to be a little bit more careful around here. Anyway, the piggies were everywhere once more, so I got to work fighting with these guys. There was also some pizza. I had some pizza. You may have noticed there was a golden egg back there. I couldn't get to it, so I had to just keep on going forward, and maybe I could come back to it at a later stage. As you can see, it was a lot more dangerous in this place. These guys were shooting snot at me, and yes, this gigantic one with the gas mask was actually shooting farts at me. Yes, people, I have to deal with farts. Oh man. Anyway, as you can see, I did get around that corner and find my first golden egg here in the junkyard. I did notice some crazy and weird vehicles around as well, so I was thinking if I could get on one of those, that would be super fun. But I just kept on going forward and trying to avoid the fart. I was able to kill all of these piggies. Anyway, I unlocked a new area, but I knew that I was leaving a golden egg behind that I couldn't get to. And then we had a cutscene. It looks as if these little menacing piggies were trying to prevent me from getting that vehicle. This dude stole an engine, went into a garage and locked the door. That wasn't good. And then check out this guy. He looks like a playground bully. But first I had to deal with this little pest. He stole the tires, the wheels. He ran off. Oh man, I really don't like this guy, but I was gonna find him, don't you guys worry. Anyway, this continued on. It was getting serious. The bully kid came straight over and robbed the gigantic boxing gloves from the front of this vehicle. Yep, this is getting super strange and super weird. But he looked kind of tough now, and I wasn't looking forward to fighting that guy. Ooh, he looks strong. Anyway, the last piggy stole the back of the truck. It was some sort of a towing machine, and I was gonna have to find that too. Okay, this was going to be difficult, but I had to get down to business. The next couple of nights were going to be spent beating up all of these little losers so I could find all the parts to the vehicle. So I got to it. Black eyes for everybody. Oh, and I kind of got distracted along the way because there were golden eggs everywhere. But eventually I did find the tire that I was looking for and that golden egg that was stacked on top of these tires. Things were going good. These piggies were getting angrier by the second. Anyway, I decided to go ahead and put the tires onto the truck. My first part was complete. Okay, yes, it still wasn't gonna drive because it had no engine, but we were gonna go get that as soon as we could. Like I said before, these guys were popping out of nowhere, jumping out of boxes and everything. I got to this bridge up above and got the second part. The tow plunger thing, I don't know what to call that. Yeah, I kind of feel sorry for this dude as well. I mean, he was just standing there with a sign and now he is no more. Anyway, yep, I got my second egg here, or maybe that was the third one. I can't remember, but I got the second part onto the truck and this thing was almost complete. I knew what I had to do. To get that key, I had to defeat this bully. Alright, I mean, he's big, he's got boxing gloves, but I have not been defeated yet, so I've got to be confident. I just gotta get in here, use my special ability, and basically bounce around and avoid getting hit by those gigantic boxing gloves. I'm pretty sure he's gonna be powerful, so I just gotta play this one smart. And that's what I did, and I eventually killed him. Got myself the key, headed over to the garage, and opened it up. Woohoo, let's get it. There it was, the engine in all its glory. I took out these two remaining fools and grabbed the engine. It was now time to equip them to the truck and basically get out of here. I hope this thing is fast. I mean, yeah, it looks fast. Woohoo, this thing is sick. The lights went on, we got some more protection up top, and of course, the front got the boxing gloves back. It was time to drive the truck and take out piggies as I did. Bro, this was so much fun. I'm punching piggies with a truck. You love to see it. Anyway, the two of us headed on out. It was Chuck and Red inside a truck punching piggies. But I didn't have too much time to get excited because the next day we found a new location. We used the truck to ram the doors and get inside. There he was, my newest friend, the newest member to the team. This was Bomb. He is a crazy big angry bird that can basically explode and take out all of these piggies with ease. So the mission started. We had to get the Bob, we had to get a new key and unlock that lock to free this crazy boomer. Woo-hoo-hoo, check this dude out. We have unlocked Bomb, number 3 in the Angry Birds family. Alright, now that we can actually change into Bomb, this was going to be super fun. We're gonna get to explode these gigantic farting piggies. Well, what more do you want? Boom! He gets taken out with ease, and we were now able to blow up rocks and other things that were in our way to get to the next stages. This was so much fun. I was taking out 6 or 7 piggies in one bomb explosion. Oh, it was so good. I then used Bomb to get rid of all those tires and move on to the next location. Things were speeding up, things were getting crazy good. We again used the vehicle to bash down these steel doors, and we used Bomb to get rid of rocks. We found more golden eggs and kept on going through this crazy junkyard. Man, it was insane, but it was so much fun. Every corner that we turned around, there was something new waiting there, ready to try and defeat us. But each time, we were able to defeat them. Woohoo! Check it out, Bomb moving in once more, taking out this whole tower of piggies. Yep, so we got through that tower of piggies and it was now on to the next stage. Things did not get any easier. Check this out, we got into the main piggy junkyard and these armored guards were waiting for us there. These guys also had some help from, well, the fart pigs. Yep, that sounds weird, but I kinda got myself into a little trouble there. I was down to almost half health and I actually had to back up, but I persevered and I was able to get the win. Next thing I knew, I was inside a battle arena and he was there, the King Piggie Leonard.
What's this? A new challenger into the arena. They're mighty. They're angry. They're... Round 1. Fight!
Okay, so all of a sudden we had a ring announcer and we were in an epic battle to the end. I thought if I could basically defeat all of these little dudes in front of me, I would have a clear shot of that King Piggie Leonard. But I kept on fighting and it wasn't ending. He started shooting fireworks at me and everything. This guy meant business. It was getting insane in here. He was taking out his own men just so he could try get to me. But I mean, I wasn't complaining because he was helping me out. There was so many of these guys that I was heavily outnumbered and there were a few sticky situations, but I was Bomb. This guy was so good. His blast was insane. He was able to take out the little ones in one punch and the bigger ones in a couple of blasts. Well, the big guy, the king, he saw this and he sent out some stronger piggies. Those snot piggies, those crazy ice piggies, they were all coming at me hard, but I just kept on going, kept on fighting, kept on maneuvering, and eventually we were into round 3. He sent out the big guns this time, the armored piggies, but again, I was able to wear them down, move around tactically, and take them all out one by one. Once again, we were victorious. Haha, we couldn't be stopped. But then, he left. Like the coward he is, he got back in his balloon and ran away. The 3 of us were left standing, watching as he flew away in his blimp with all of our eggs. The little hatchlings, we couldn't save them. He got away again. It was a victory, but at the same time, we felt it was defeat. He got away. But that was the end of the second mission. We got a score of 1.5 million and of course, 3 stars. Alright, so it was day 53, we got back home to the Angry Birds Island, and I saw that I had unlocked a couple of new hatchlings, but more importantly, we had unlocked Stella. She is a super cool angry bird with an amazing ability. I put back the golden eggs that I had found in the previous mission, but it was time for the next one. We were in to Camp Splinterwood. Sounds kinda nice, but I soon discovered it wasn't because it was overrun by piggies. But thankfully, Stella's new weapon was absolutely epic. She sets off this kind of bubble force field thing that puts them up into the air, drops them down, and takes them out. Absolutely epic. It also gives me some sort of a kind of a force field that basically protects me against the elements. I mean, I just went straight through this fire, not taking any damage whatsoever. I was able to flick between all of my angry birds because each different situation needed a little different bird. So eventually I went through them all using all their little abilities to progress through this level. I was going so much faster than previous levels and it was awesome, finding all the golden eggs and taking out all of those piggies. We got to a part where there was basically a waterfall type of thing and I had to go down all the way. I discovered pretty quickly though that this TNT was not my friend and I had to try avoid it. It took some time but eventually I got through. Using Boomer, or Bomb, whatever you want to call him, I was able to get through and find another golden egg. But then we got to the area where all the piggies were hiding out. Again, I was using all the different abilities to take out as many as I could, but they just kept on coming. It was crazy. Again, I was having these fights, but never really going below half health. Thankfully, because, yeah, I mean, it was touch and go for a while, it was getting pretty scary. I had to do this kind of capture the flag situation where I had to stay in the center of this for about a day and fight off all the pigs. Look how many there is. It was absolutely crazy. But eventually I was victorious, the waves stopped coming, and I was rewarded with this little hatchling. I saved this little dude's life, and it looks as if from the map that I have 5 more locations to visit to try save more. The first of which was this little log cabin. It was protected by a little piggy and a pudding cannon. Yep, that's a cannon that shoots puddings. This is seriously weird, but it was also epically fun. I was able to use my force field from Stella to get around this place unhurt, and when I did get close to this cannon, I realized how powerful it actually was. I was able to pick up this golden egg over here using Stella's force field, but then eventually got back and took out the pudding cannon launcher thing. Yeah, I have no idea what that thing is. It's crazy. But anyway, I saved another little hatchling, so happy days. 2 down, 4 more to go. I had to find the next location, but this place was absolutely huge, so I had to search around for a while. I was able to use the map, but of course, I kind of got distracted along the way. It seems I could go to the basketball court or to the beach, so I headed towards the court, but like I said, I got distracted. I was able to find some golden eggs along the way, which was pretty epic, but again, it took some more time. These golden eggs were hidden in the furthest away places. It was super annoying, but I was able to get them. Anyway, we did get to the basketball court, and I've got to be honest, this place looks insane. It seems that we have got Matilda, one of the angry birds, in a cage, and we were going to have to try and save her. I wasn't sure how, but then I learned that basically, yep, we were about to have a basketball match against piggies. It was me versus them. We were able to score points by jumping through the basket. The game was on. It was me versus the piggies. It was 1st to 10. Yep, this could take a while. Anyway, it was 1-1 and I was feeling confident. I was able to use the trampolines and change between different characters to take out the piggies while I went for the baskets. It was so much fun. I went up 2-1 and I was feeling confident. Hehe, let's get it. Taking out piggies and scoring baskets. You love to see it. 3-1, let's go birds. Oh dude, I was so good. I was getting points and I didn't even take out all of the piggies. It was just too easy to score. I was going the length of the court and then dropping in. Using my force field, I was able to go from downtown. Let's get it. 7-1. Woo-hoo. These piggies did not stand a chance. By the end, it was 10-2. I was victorious, and I saved Matilda. We were about to unlock a brand new Angry Bird. And from playing the game, I know that Matilda is absolutely epic. I could not wait to use her. She was able to launch eggs and take out targets from a distance. This was an awesome addition to our arsenal, and I couldn't wait to get going with her. As you can see, I was able to take out targets from afar, and certain little situations let me hit eggs off little targets to open doors. It was so much fun. So we had to keep on going and finding more of the little hatchlings. I was able to save them along the way. This was number 3. We had 3 more to find. Alright, so the mission continued. I still had to find these guys, so we plowed on through. Now that I had Matilda, I was able to take out targets from afar. As you can see, I took out this cannon with ease. So much fun. And then we came to like an obstacle course. This looked insane, and it also looked super fun. It was going to be tricky though. We realized that if we get to the end, we would save another hatchling. I was taking out the targets, jumping onto platforms. It's basically parkour, but you could die at any second. Check out this little situation. There was these paddles that could have knocked me off at any time. Again, I had to change between birds. I had to see which bird suited which situation. I used Bomb, I used Chuck a lot, and of course I went back and used Matilda. It was so much fun, but I've got to be honest, it was actually kind of difficult as well. But don't you guys worry, I persevered, I kept on going, and eventually we got towards the end. As you can see, there was a golden egg in the distance. I could have just left it and went straight for the hatchling, but I said, hey, I've got pretty much every single one so far, I might as well get this one. I had to use the powers of the force field at the end to kind of get rid of these bags that were trying to kill me, and then I also had to go using Chuck, get rid of these piggies, and finally save the 4th little hatchling. Guys, it is a lot of work to save these little dudes. I hope they appreciate it. But that was number 4. We had 2 more to find. So the next little area was the beach, and as you can see, we had piggies absolutely everywhere. This took me forever, but again, I was having fun doing it. The slingshot was awesome. I took out the piggies one by one and eventually got number 5. Hatchling number 5 was saved, so we only had 1 more to go. I traveled along the beach and realized there was a new location. Night fell, and eventually I got to this last building. I had no idea what was going to be inside, but I had a feeling it was going to be something new. And then the ninja piggy came out. This guy actually looked insanely cool. I didn't really want to fight him because I was like, bro, he's got ninja stars. He's got a ninja outfit. He looks awesome. But then I realized he is the enemy. So we got in and we battled. It was almost like a boss battle. These guys were super tough. They were able to teleport. They threw ninja stars at me and they packed a punch. It was crazy. But I was having so much fun taking them out with my new moves. There it was. We had defeated the ninjas and got our hatchling. That was 6. We had got them all. Happy days. And in doing so, we unlocked a new area. The drawbridge came up and we went in. I realized straight away that this could have been the final battle. It was a dodgeball court. What in the world? We had played basketball earlier, but now we're playing dodgeball. This is insane. I was able to use Matilda, take out some of these little piggies, but then it actually turned into a genuine game. He came out. He was there. I couldn't believe it. It was the king. It was Leonard. He had a trophy. I was like, hey, I want to get my hands on that thing. I'm the basketball champ. And he thinks he's the dodgeball champ? Yeah, right. We were gonna destroy this dude and hopefully capture him in the process. He was dancing around like he was the absolute master as dodgeball, but I soon showed him who was boss. He was jumping around, but then I realized I could pick up these little birds and toss them out at the king. Dude, I was cracking him with some nice shots. I realized it was the first to 20. I mean, he couldn't even hit me once. Well, I think he might have hit me once, maybe twice, but before I knew it, I was like 6-0 ahead. I was destroying him. Yes, the final score was 20-1. He was so angry. He ran away like a little girl. I was victorious once more, but unfortunately he did escape again with the rest of the hatchlings. At this stage I was getting a little bit angry with this dude running away like a little coward, but I knew if I kept on chasing him that I would finally capture him. I would finally defeat him. That was it. Mission 3 complete, 3 stars and 1.5 million points. We were getting close to the final mission. It was day 81. I had so many golden eggs that I didn't even have time to hatch them all. I just wanted to get straight to it. It was mission 4, Pig City Underworld. It took me a while to get here, but when I did, I realized this place was insanely dangerous. There were piggies everywhere, TNT everywhere. If I fell off this bridge, I would have been dead. It was crazy, it was insane, but again, I just kept on going. I kept battling, I kept on taking out all of these piggies. There were more armored piggies, but again, I persevered, took them out. Let's be honest, people, these guys are not the smartest thing on the planet, so I was able to outsmart them, maneuver, and finally take them out one by one. I was feeling so confident, using every bird that I had in my arsenal, and then he came. He showed his face. King Leonard, the cowardly pig. He was here. It looks as if he finally wanted to battle me. He finally wanted to take me on. This was it. This was the final boss battle. Could we defeat him? We were about to find out. We started off with a slingshot. We knew if we wanted to have a chance, we were going to have to get him out of that balloon, whatever you want to call it. But I kept on smashing him. Shot by shot, his power went down and down. I knew eventually that I was going to pop this balloon and Leonard was going to fall. And then the fight would be on. Boom! It was done. Yes! Leonard's balloon was destroyed and he fell to the final battle arena. This was going to be epic. It was me versus him. Time to throw down. I knew that he was going to be tough and I knew that he had some crazy weapons, so we had to play this smart. But we were able to grind away and grind down. He threw out all the reinforcements that he could, and I've got to be honest, sometimes it was a little disorientating. There were piggies everywhere trying to kill us, but we flicked through all of our birds, using each one to their advantages. It was a long, arduous, and tiresome battle, but we kept on going. Getting hit by hit, he was going lower and lower. He was getting angrier and angrier. And as you can see, that was not good for me. He sent an army of these armored piggies against me. It was insane. The battle raged on for so long. I came close to dying a couple of times, but I persevered. I kept on going as always, and I grinded him down. But unsurprisingly, King Leonard, the gigantic coward, ran once more. He got his little helicopter hat piggy to help him escape. But then I realized, hold on a second, maybe he's not running. Maybe he's just getting a better vantage point. This was definitely it. This was going to be the end. He wasn't running any longer, he was just trying to get every single advantage to try and defeat me, because he knew no matter what he threw at me, I was able to fight them off. This was going to be the end. He finally came back down. He was on the platform, and it was me versus him. One last time. Again, he tried to get help from all of his minions, but I played it smart. I grinded out and took them all out one by one. It was me versus Leonard. He was shooting fireworks, throwing TNT, anything he could do. And honestly, he had me down pretty low, but eventually I was able to hit the final blow and he was down. He was so angry, but then the TNT dropped and boom! Leonard was no more. His king's crown rattled to the floor, and I was victorious. We had done it! We defeated the Evil King Piggie! And now we were going to unlock the final character and eventually get those hatchlings that the piggies had stole. This little helicopter hat dude tried to get away, but then rolled in Terrence. Woohoo! The biggest and craziest bird known to man. He got into the slingshot and destroyed this little fool with one epic shot. The eggs fell to the ground, and we had done it. We saved them all. We got back home to a hero's welcome, and all the eggs were safe. The Angry Birds, well, were happy? Huh. Interesting. Well, I don't know. They may have been happy, but probably still a little bit angry. Anyway, the fireworks went off, and we celebrated into the night of day 99. It was so much fun. These guys sure do know how to party, but we now had unlocked all of the birds and saved all of the hatchlings. It was over. Or was it? As you can see from this cutscene, it turns out that King Ding-a-ling, this crazy Leonard dude, may have been still alive. The final mission was done though, 3 stars in the bag, 1.3 million points, and just like that, it was day 100. We were back home, we had the hatchlings and found some more golden eggs. I decided to hatch every single one of these things. It took time, but I wanted to have every little hatchling in the game, so that's what we did. We had about 20 of these things. It was crazy. But again, they are the cutest things in the world, so we were super happy. I didn't have time to name all of these guys, so if you've got any suggestions for names, let me know down in the comments, guys. If you're still watching, if you're still here, that means that you had a good time. So I'm glad you did. Smash a little like rating, and if you want to see more Angry Bird action, let me know. Alright, so that's it. We had done it. 100 days as an Angry Bird in Minecraft. From me, the Angry Birds, and all the hatchlings. We'll see you next time. I'm out. Peace!